Another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Paperboy.
Now, Mr. Magazine.
Mr. Magazine.
Yes.
You sell magazines.
Sometimes, yeah.
I also sell some magazines.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we tend to have a little bit of a sweet spot that each of us is after, which probably, I would say, probably 1940s through 1970s. Okay. I would say we both probably sell those regularly.
Yes.
I would say I sell a lot more and like a lot more the stuff pre-1940, especially 1920s, 1910s, 1800s. Right. And you tend to sell more of the newer stuff.
Yep.
There's an entirely different way to buy and sell the two different groups of things. I mean, you could definitely break magazines down into categories and all that kind of thing. I can help people out there with the older stuff. If you see it and it's reasonably priced, buy it. I mean, pretty much you cannot go wrong if you're paying $1 or under on any decent shape magazine from 1920s on back. You'll be able to sell it because there's not a lot of them out there necessarily. Again, think of how old that is. It's over 100 years old.
Yeah.
You pick up some magazine nobody's ever heard of from 1878. You may have the only copy extant, as they say. You'll be able to sell it. And a lot of people don't want to deal with it. A lot of people don't put any value on it, so you can make your money off that.
Right.
What's the secret to magazines from 2000 to present?
Oh, man. Well, obviously, if you're buying them like out in a sale or something. I mean,
what do you look for? How do you sell them?
Anyone that's trending, anything obscure, fashion's always going to be good. Female cover's going to be good. No mail-in label is always a bonus. People are grading stuff now too, so if you can find mint stuff with Tiger Woods on the cover or Jordan, those are all going to be good right now.
Because I go to a lot of sales and they have things like what's the one title, and it'd be 80s, 90s, 2000s. Actually, they've got a lot of different titles of them. They used to be kind of good, but they're not so good anymore. They're for the home handyman type magazines.
Oh, yeah. Do-it-yourself stuff.
Yep. And then you also, another thing that you find a lot of out there are various cooking magazines. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of them. And a lot of different sales have a lot of cooking magazines. And then things like Details magazine, things like that. Yeah. Generally speaking, I don't even go through them. I might, if there's one or two, I might. Mm-hmm. Or if there's a big pile, I might go through and say, hey, do I see any covers that jump out at me as being a really good cover?
Right.
But otherwise, if they've got a pile of 50 Details magazines, 50 Entertainment Weeklies, and 50 Family Handyman magazines, I'm not buying any of them. How do you sell those? What's the secret of selling those?
You got to be different than everyone else if they're common. Come up with a different name that's someone, not necessarily the person on the cover. Maybe there's Mickey Mouse is in a corner, or Obama's in a corner, or Obama did an interview, whatever. Or Johnny Cash died. Something different than Lucille Ball on the cover. Don't go with the most popular. You can go with something different, or try and get more specific and list 3 or 4 different people. Another thing that you would never think sells, brand new current issues of magazines. So the new stuff that's on the newsstand, well, some people don't have access to stores to get them. Because what happened was, there was a corner store by my shop. They had 50 of them, 4 or 5 different titles, but 10 of each. And my one employee goes in the morning to get breakfast or something. Well, I don't know I think they gave them to him because they were going to throw them out.
Oh, wow.
And they were all sealed. And he sold them to me for like 50 cents a piece. And we sold them all in like a week or two. And they were all new titles of like,
wow.
But, luckily they had, I think The Rock was on one cover and one of the Jonas Brothers or something. And I don't even remember the titles, but it wasn't like rare stuff. But they were brand new and they were sealed. And, they flew off the shelf. So,
holy mackerel! That is a very good tip. I think what kind of brought this all up was when we were learning the magazines, we didn't really know a lot of what to list, what not to list, and you made the discovery that you could sell things like National Geographic and Smithsonian magazines, which are not good magazines by any stretch of the imagination.
Carousel and Bonsai.
Right. Well, those are obscure.
Yeah, those are really obscure.
Everybody's got the Smithsonian. Everybody's got the National Geographics. Mm-hmm. Yet, by your being the only person listing them or having
in volume listing hundreds of them,
you suddenly, people are looking for the June 1983 issue of National Geographic. Somebody wants that.
Yeah.
Or the Reader's Digest from 1992. Somebody or other wants it. It's just a question of them finding you versus finding other people. But like, for instance, if they're looking for one article, like in one, they're not sure. They know that this was featured in Reader's Digest, but they don't know what issue.
Right.
So they type in Reader's Digest 1992, and your things keep coming up. They're probably going to buy it from you as opposed to somebody else, because it's like, oh, well, this guy's got all of them. Okay, this guy's going to have them. And they'll look through, and they might find another one or two as well.
Exactly.
When you're selling the common stuff, say the Smithsonian, say the that kind of stuff, just the common newer type magazine.
Yeah.
Do you tend to find that you sell one-offs, or do people bundle?
Usually bundling.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So they're looking to complete their collection.
You'll sell some one-offs, but definitely you get 2, 3, 5 sometimes and stuff. Yeah, definitely.
So somebody's looking to complete the year, and they'll buy 5 from you because you have all 5 of them,
Right.
as opposed to going to 5 different people and buying them.
Exactly. Yeah.
Any other tips you can give on the newer stuff? Because again, I just don't buy it on that, but I'm beginning to wonder. I guess, how quickly does the newer stuff sell?
It's actually, I do well with it. Even like new automobile stuff, I used to subscribe to like Rob Report and DuPont Registry, and they sell whatever we've listed, all gone.
Okay.
Yeah. So anything that's not totally mainstream, but even if it's newer, it's going to sell one way or the other.
Now, what about the mainstream stuff? Can you sell that? I mean, it will eventually.
Oh yeah, we definitely will sell it. Well, you got to market it like it's mint condition, new, brand new, no mailing label, stuff like that. So, because a lot of people read them, they don't take them right off the shelf and collect them. You know what I mean?
Right,
so,
right.
Yeah, definitely.
So hopefully that helps you a little bit. Like I said, they're completely different, and I actually learned a lot today. If I could hit the like button, I definitely will, because I don't deal much in the newer stuff, but that's the stuff that you can find out there. Pretty much any estate sale. If you do estate sales, that's not a collector's estate sale. It's just, it truly is somebody that went into assisted living or somebody who's moving out of state.
Right.
Those are where you're going to find those things, and you'll find the newer magazines because they picked them all up. One last thing, what about the newer cooking/recipe type magazines? Do those sell?
I would only shoot for the special editions or the thicker like spine ones or something like that. Something that's different, or the seasonal ones, so Christmas or Halloween or this type of cooking, or best of know-hows, or the home ones are good if it's like renovating your kitchen because it's current styles. So things with like new styles, people will buy that.
Oh, okay. Very good. So hopefully that helps you some. I know it helped me some, and we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.